So imagine this. I'm in the kitchen with my sister and we're kind of cooking. We're cooking food for a family and ourselves. And while we're cooking, we're kind of talking, chatting, talking around. And then my mom comes in. And my sister asked my mom to do something for her. She gave her something. And my mom does. And when she does, I kind of realize that my sister didn't say thank you. So I tell my sister, she should say thank you. And what happens is he automatically takes it personally. She gets a little bit angry. It's my older sister, so she 2 years older than me. So I think me trying to give her advice, she kind of took it personally, and she got angry at me. It didn't like start shouting or anything, but she took it personally. She started acting weirdly, and I'm like, whatever, whatever. Then we finish cooking, and I go to my room. And 5 minutes later, I hear a knock. Someone opens the door, and I see my sister's face. And she comes in and says, "Don't do that again. Don't come in and start to make some weird commentary about what I should do and shouldn't do." And I turn around and look at her, weirdly, think to myself, what the fuck? I just asked you to be grateful and you take it that seriously, not even with such a serious tone. I think maybe she realized that it was a little bit petty, and she closes the door and just leaves. And I started getting a little bit frustrated. I'm thinking, is she that arrogant? But then I think more. I think for longer. I think. I remember Alex Moses' concept of it's not possible to be angry at someone when you fully understand them. So I started thinking, and I realized, yeah, I can see anything about how unhumble she is. At the end of the day, I could have maybe give her that advice in a better way. I could have said it better. I could have said maybe, oh yeah, but I could have found a way to say it better. Maybe she would have still reacted that way. But I can't just like put all the blame on her and say, oh yeah, I could have maybe said it in a better way. I could have maybe said, oh yeah, but maybe you should say thank you. Maybe I think maybe my mom would feel better if you said thank you. I think if I said it like that, it would have been harder for her to get angry. So I kind of think like that my anger goes away instantly when I start just finding more information about the situation. My anger just leaves my body, and I'm not feeling angry anymore. I just feel like I understand her. Of course, she could have reacted better. She could have been more humble, but yeah, I understand her now. And that's what I realized Alex Moses' concept of, yeah, anger is just ignorance. It's totally right. So I discovered Stoicism a long time ago. Stoicism is about controlling your emotions, being less emotional, feeling your emotions, not necessarily reacting to them. And I always found that concept interesting, but I never really got into it. I maybe took some journaling practices, but I never really fully got into Stoicism or really implemented that practice in my day-to-day life of, oh yeah, feel your emotion but not necessarily react to them, at least a negative one, at least the emotion towards someone or some negative event. When it comes to like discipline, I've learned the skill of not necessarily reacting to negative, to like lazy thoughts and everything. But when it came to things like anger, sadness, anxiety, I never really implemented it that well. I was still as emotional as a normal person out there. But then I started listening a lot to Alex Moses' podcasts and his videos and his books. And I realized, yeah, this man has a lot of concepts that come from Stoicism. It doesn't necessarily say that he's a Stoic, but a lot of people that are interested in Stoicism would say that he's a very Stoic person, that he has some principles that work well. And the advice that he gave me worked a lot better for me than the advice that the Stoicism space gave me. Not to insult the people there, but the advice that he gave me made a lot more sense. He gave more actionable advice that you can just use in your day-to-day life. And one advice that he gave me that I just loved is anxiety is lack of priority when you have too much options and you don't know which one to choose. Sadness is when you just don't know what to do, where you just lost, you don't know what you do, you don't really know if you even have options. Anger is ignorance. You don't have enough information. You can't be, he said, oh, you really can't be angry at someone when you fully understand them. And those are the three, we'll say, main negative emotions. And he just gave you when I just told you like that, it's like literally the framework. I just literally gave you the framework to controlling those emotions. So maybe next time you feel anxious, journal about what your priorities are, and instead of just waiting to make a decision, make that decision at that moment. Because you have many options, you just don't know which one to pick from. So when you feel sad, find a way to pick just one option as fast as possible. Sadness. When you feel sadness, of course it's easier to say than done, but when you feel sadness, try to find an option. Try to find what to do. When you feel sad, try to research about a certain topic until you manage to find the information that you need. Anger, think about that person. Try to learn more about that person or that event. Because when you fully understand someone or something, it's difficult to hate them. And I'm really new to those concepts. I'm not that far, but I really want to share it with you because I think it's very powerful. I've implemented it just like 2 times when it came to anger, and it worked very well, so I assume the rest works too. So when you feel angry, literally an actionable step, feel anger and then start a little bit, when you feel angry at someone or something, maybe try to research about that person or that thing and try to think more about it. And imagine different scenarios, different possibilities. And when you have enough information, at some point, you won't be able to truly feel angry when you have enough information about a certain thing. You can even journal about this, just journal to find more information. I think this is very powerful. This is a very powerful concept because emotional control is definitely one of the most important things we can have out there. So discipline is, in my opinion, one of, if not the most important skill. Discipline and willpower are, in my opinion, the 2 most important skills on self-improvement. And discipline and willpower are just controlling your emotions. To be disciplined, you just need to be able to do the hard work, even though your brain or your feelings don't want to. Willpower is just the act of feeling like doing something, but not doing it because you know it's not necessarily good for you or for your goals. Those are the 2 main things, and I've gotten pretty good at those 2. And other concepts like controlling anger, controlling sadness, controlling anxiety, I'm still not that good. I still have a lot of progress to make. And that's why I want to share this concept. I really recommend you to go watch some of Alison Moses' video where he talks about this, because it's just such a powerful concept. When you just find a way to define those emotions, truly define them, give them define them with a few words, It's just so powerful. So powerful when you understand the emotions. You understand exactly what they are, exactly what causes those emotions. It's just so powerful because a lot of, I don't mean it in a bad way, it's just stoicism space, but in very frequently in the stoicism space, they just tell you, oh yeah, do this, do this. Like, don't get angry even though you feel angry. And that sounds cool, but it's a lot harder to implement, to actually take action on that. Because when you feel anger, all you want to do is be angry, unless you truly understand where that anger is come from and why you feel angry. You know. But I think Alex Moses' advice of just defining the emotions, really defining that emotion, I think it's just so powerful for Stoicism. So I would probably journal about this a little bit more because this is a concept that I think everyone should know about. And I think many people just listen to Alex Moses, but they don't really talk about this different concept about Stoicism that he talks about every time. Understand the emotions more. Understand why you feel like that. When you feel angry, it's probably ignorance. You need more information. When you feel sad, it means you feel like you don't have enough options. You don't have options to choose from. You feel like you don't know what to do. So even there's a little bit ignorance to need more information. If you feel anxious, you need to prioritize. You have a lot of options to choose from and you don't know which one to choose from. You don't know, like you're confused about which one to choose from. Like, what should I choose? I will practice this a little bit more, and maybe in a few months or few years, when I truly become good at this, I'll probably have more knowledge and I will share it again. I will talk about this a little bit more in a little bit more details. But right now, I'm still like a freaking beginner at this. So I can't really tell you so many things about this. I can't really tell you in details. I can't really tell you so many stories of me implementing this. But I just wanted to quickly just share it with you because I think I've used it one time and it was just so powerful. It like worked instantly with my story that I told in the beginning of this video. So just try it out. Journal about this a little bit more and watch Alex Moses content about this. It's just so powerful. Watch maybe Alex Moses stoicism or Alex Moses anger or sadness. Maybe you'll find it. But yeah, I just find it so powerful. I hope you can try this out because emotional control is one of the most important things we can master. So yeah, I hope you got value from this video. If you're interested in my discipline package, where I teach you things that teach my videos, but in a lot more details, especially discipline, how to become consistent with good habits, then click the first thing in the description so we can see if you're good fit for it. Don't run away from discomfort. Chase it.